Kia ora everybody, Chris Farhi here. Hope you're going awesome. So welcome back to Vlogmas, and we're now at Christmas Eve, which is kind of exciting. So figured it'd be worth doing a little Christmas special. So I was thinking about where do we go, and yeah, the obvious choice was definitely Franklin Road and Ponsonby. Have a little bit of a look around here. So of course this area is renowned for its Christmas light display during sort of December, pretty much along the majority of the road. And so yeah, I figured we'd have a bit of a walk around and just see what we can see that might be interesting more from a real estate perspective. So the first thing that strikes me, right, is as you go up and down this road, you'll notice that most of the houses have Christmas lights up, and there's a couple of houses up and down that don't have it and obviously aren't that keen. But it must have been an interesting time as I guess the idea started to snowball and became its own thing, particularly for those owners who weren't that keen. Because I guess alongside the community spirit and it being real iconic to have the Christmas lights, I guess the flip side of that is probably a bit of noise and disruption and traffic at night. So yeah, it must have been quite an interesting time for those owners who are a little bit more grinchy and just weren't that keen on it. Second thing you pick up walking up and down is that there's been a lot of investment into the homes. So like a lot of housing in these central suburbs, whether it be Ponsonby, Greyland, Herne Bay, St Mary's Bay, Parnell, anywhere around there's been a lot of investment into things like refurbishments, particularly through here where you've got a lot of character homes. And so quite often it's doing things like adding extra parking or providing a off-street parking solution. Obviously the external look and feel, internal renovations, and I assume quite often some extensions towards the back just to get more living areas into the home. So yeah, it's definitely something that stands out as you go up and down. There's been a lot of recently refurbished properties up and down this road and through the surrounding neighbourhood. Final comment, and this kind of getting into the weeds, is that often when you read things around urban design and that type of stuff, they talk about kind of connectivity and getting that flow correct for people that are walking around. And you do notice, like at a very, very micro scale, as you walk up and down this neighbourhood, there's certain like fence lines, primarily down sort of a block back, where it creates like a bit of separation, and maybe, you know, for example, the Christmas lights aren't continued, and that straight away creates this like break with the pedestrian flows and sort of changes the vibe of the neighbourhood just through like quite small things like changes to fence treatments and that type of stuff. So yeah, that one's definitely in the weeds, but just something that you kind of notice walking around. So with that said, we'll wrap up this little sort of extra Christmas themed edition of Vlogmas, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.